What's up, friends? Chad here. There's a simple yet unknown reason for why you're feeling behind in life. And it's not that you've wasted a ton of time in the past. It's not that you don't have the capabilities to do what you want to do. And it's not that you're too old to go all in on building the life that you want. It's actually because, and I learned this concept from The Magic of Thinking Big, the book by David Schwartz. It's it's because you suffer from this limiting belief condition called age excuse-itis, that he calls it in his book. Kind of a funny name. And it's when we use age or lack of progress or feeling behind as excuses to not do what we want to do in life. And in our minds, it seems logical to think, I've wasted so much time. I feel like I'm starting way too late. I'm too old to do this now. I'm too old to start that thing that I want to do. Or I wish I started sooner. And I've struggled with this in the past. So for me, in college, I was spending most of my time, too much of my time, partying or socializing and, not making the most out of my time, sleeping in, procrastinating, watching movies, TV, when I wasn't doing the work that I was required to do for school. And I wasn't thinking ahead about my future. I didn't have any particular goals or missions or even just clarity around a career path that I wanted to go down. And when I graduated, I started working. I realized that I wasn't really where I wanted to be. I got hit hard with the realization that I wasted a ton of time and I procrastinated the most important thing of setting myself up for a better future, which was thinking ahead, planning, researching, and all these things. But that feeling of feeling behind in life really hit me super hard back then. So in this video, I really just want to share what has really helped me, because the good news is this feeling is fixable, and right now it's in the way of you probably going all in on what you want to do, going all in on getting that new career, starting that side business, making a YouTube channel, whatever it is that you're trying to do. If you're someone who's entrepreneur minded, whatever it is, you feel like you're behind, and I've felt this way. So I really want to share what has helped me, and hopefully it can help lift that burden off of you. So the first thing, I'm going to cover 8 things quickly here, and then we're going to wrap up for today. But these 8 things are the biggest things that have helped cure this age-itis or feeling behind in life for me, and have helped me and are continuing to help me get ahead and feel and make the most out of life, and help me feel like I'm making up for the time that I wasted in the past, because this is it's painful to feel like you're behind in life. Even as silly as it sounds, I'm very young still. But the first thing is, realize you're still young. No matter how old you are still young. If you're in the range of 16 to 25 or even 30, the thing is, our productive years are basically 20 years old to 75 years old. Those are our most productive years on this planet. Before 20 years old, we're basically not really making decisions for ourselves for the most part. We're going through some curriculum or some traditional learning paths, and we have a minimum amount of control or freedom around our lives and the decisions on what we want to do. So really, as a 24-year-old now, I'm basically 3 or 4 years old, where I've been in the real world on my own, discovering things for myself. And I'm only 4 years old into my productive years. So for me to feel like I'm behind is I'm only 4 years old. So this is the mindset that really helps me realize okay, no, because this is the age around 20 to when you turn 20, it's now these are your productive years. These are when you're going to really be doing things that move anything forward. So before that, you don't really have to some people have done it, but you weren't really going to do the things that are going to make build your life that you want before 20 years old. So that's the mindset. The second thing is you don't need to do so much. Oftentimes, thinking that I would have to do 20,000 things and have this big to-do list of things to do to even consider doing something new, or starting a YouTube channel, starting a business, side business, or getting a new career, when really it's only 1 or 2 things that you're going to have to do that are going to actually move the lever forward for you. So don't feel like you have to do like 1,000 things to even start what you want to do or start building a better life for yourself, because if you get specific about what you want, there's only going to be one or two lever moving tasks that are going to make up for the majority of progress. For example, getting a new sales role, like breaking into sales in the tech industry, for example. There's only one or two things that really are going to help you do that. One is like generate interviews, and two is like improve your sales skill set, get experience. So like when you break it down to just one or two things for whatever it is your goal is, it's going to take the overwhelm off and going to help you realize, damn, I can get ahead. I'm not behind. I just need to focus on like one or two things, and I'm there if I just put my all into it. That's another realization. And then a third one is like inaction breeds inaction. So for me, whenever I hadn't had things to do or I hadn't had a goal set, I would have so much trouble doing anything, because the inaction is breeding other inaction. Because when I'm not in like a routine, when I don't have tasks to do, or when I don't have a goal to focus on those like lever moving tasks, I really just find myself not being able to do anything. I'm like, no, like I don't have a routine around it. I don't have an objective. So inaction breeds inaction. So if you want to be able to take action easily, have a goal set, have some lever moving tasks that you need to put your all in, and the action you take is going to start breeding and giving you like motivation to take more action. And then whatever fourth one is like, I don't know which one we're on, but the next one is zoom out and gain perspective. Again, this ties back to like, we're still young. There's no reason to feel so behind. Zoom out and realize your productive years, you have like 95% of the productive years left. So think of it this way, and like don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to people you see on social media, or like people who have made millions when they're young or born into wealth or stuff like this. Like, stop comparing yourself to other people and realize that you have 95% of or more of your productive years on this planet left. There's no reason to feel behind. Like, and I'm only saying this because I feel silly. Like, explaining these things help me stop worrying about like feeling like I'm behind. And this really helps kick me back into action, give me motivation to start doing the things I need to do, and stop like pouting and like being like a victim mentality that I'm like, I wasted time. And like, no, let's just get into it. We have so much of life left. Let's do it. I had a couple more, but honestly, these are the biggest things, right? Zoom out, gain perspective on the length of your life, the productive years you have. Also, just a quick tip here, like when you do stuff, like just time yourself. It's going to help you do it so much faster. Challenge yourself to do it in a shorter amount of time than you think. You'll be surprised at how much you can get done. And yeah, stop comparing yourself to others. Talk soon. Chat out.